Yeah. Hey, I got them starstruck. They watching my moves, I got them starstruck. Out here breaking the rules, I got them starstruck. I got nothing to lose, so I'm letting it loose. Out here paying my dues, I got them starstruck.
Welcome to Football Friday Night for the 13th time this season, which of course means we have reached the regional semifinals.
12 of our local schools remain across 11 games, guys, throughout West Central Ohio.
And for one of those teams, the Wapakoneta Redskins, well, as we learned, guys, they needed a new quarterback tonight.
That's right. Caleb Moyer, the Western Buckeye League Offensive Skill Player of the Year. A broken finger on his throwing hand earlier in the week. Adjustments were needed against the Belbrook Golden Eagles. So here we go. First quarter, down a touchdown. Jarrett Mullen sweeps it over to Caden Page, and the junior will waste no time going up the field, dodging tacklers, following his blockers, on his way for the big gain and first down for the Redskins. Then on the same drive, Skins facing second long after the penalty backs him up. This time it's Mullen faking out the defense on the quarterback-designed run. He turned on the Jets, taking it all the way down inside the 10 before the defense finally takes him down. That play will set Wapak inside the red zone, leading to Page, keeping it on the read option. He'll go up the gut for the untouched TD. This game would be tied at 21 until Belbrook hit a 35-yard field goal at the buzzer to win it 24-21, a season that will end with what could have been for Wapak.
Moyer's just a junior, so that's they got that to look forward to.
To Piqua High School, the St. Mary's resilient Rough Riders against the 12-0 London Red Raiders. St. Mary's, of course, coming off a last-second field goal win over one seed Tippecanoe. Picking up action in the third quarter. Hopefully our video works here. Maybe we'll come back to it. Let's go to the next one, shall we?
All right, we're going to go to Indian Lake and Greeneview.
There
Tommy,
it is.
take it away.
All right. Love technology. Yep.
Indian Lake carries the 7-game winning streak into this regional semifinal showdown. Let's start it off in the first quarter. Lakers go for the deep ball. Matt Lillard airs it out to Quest Clay for the 58-yard bomb. Indian Lake opens up with a statement TD at 7-zip. To the second quarter, the Rams want a deep shot of their own, but the pass is picked off by Quest Clay. He comes up clutch once again. Indian Lake would march down the field. Lillard swings it out to Brody Riesinger, who takes it into the Rams territory. The Rams put up a fight at the goal line, but on fourth down, the Lakers get their 6. Lillard hits Clay again for his second TD of the night. The Lakers were up by 14 at the half, and they would hold on to win 28-13.
And Indian Lake will face West Liberty Salem in the regional finals next Friday night. The Tigers beat Waynesville 45-42. All right, coming up after the break, we'll be right back with Division 7. Leipsic, St. John's, Grove, Marion Local, Minster. Highlights and scores coming up. We'll work on that St. Mary's game as well.
You're watching Football Friday Night!
Welcome back to Football Friday Night Regional Semifinal Edition. Now we'll get to that St. Mary's game that we're having technical difficulties with last block here in a minute. But first, we're going to go to Division 7, where all of Region 26 and 28 involved local teams.
And that includes our only matchup that features 2 West Central Ohio schools, Leipsic against St. John's. And that's our Football Friday Night Spotlight game.
Tonight's Football Friday Night Spotlight game is brought to you by Citizens National Bank.
This is the 5th meeting between St. John's and Leipsic since 2009. The previous 4 meetings all came in postseason play, and the Blue Jays were victorious in every single one. In the first quarter, Mark Kirkendall rolls out to his right. The freshman decides to fire it downfield. It's the sophomore, Avery Paris, who holds it in for a 73-yard pass. Touchdown Vikings. They now lead 7-0. Same score in the second. Kirkendall connects with Ty Lammers. That's a 19-yard strike to the senior. Number 13 makes it a 13-0 ball game. But it's time for the Blue Jays to take flight. Drew Box decides to take it himself. 6 yards later, and St. John's now trails 13-7 going into halftime. In the third quarter, Box hands it off to TJ Works, and the senior ties it up at 13. And how about the defense stepping up? Alex Herring comes up with the pressure and the safety. Just like that.
Safety to win it?
Yes, safety, guys. The Blue Jays now lead by 2. But the defense isn't done yet. In the final moments of the game, the Blue Jays force a fumble in the end zone, and it's recovered by Austin Schaefer. That's a nail in the coffin. St. John's wins 21-13 DSJ is the first 15 seed ever in the regional semifinals, and now they're the first ever to appear in a regional title game.
Oh, we just been a second half team, and we found a way there, a couple drives just to enforce our will a little bit, but Leipsic played hard, well coached. As I said, it's going to be a physical game, is what I said beforehand, and it's exactly what it was. We had a lot of luck pressing the quarterback, and it came at the right time. We were able to get the safety, and then our offense was able to get it down to the one. We just couldn't get it in. But again, special teams and two turnovers there at the end. Big win for us, and we're excited to move on. It's momentum that we can use, and hey, you only got to win by one here, and you got to move on, and that's what we wanted to do, and we get to go back to work on Monday.
Yes. Boom.
Well, Coach Schulte and the Blue Jays move on to play the winner of this one. Columbus Grove taking on a Mohawk team that's 8 wins better than they were last season. Now, it's familiar territory for the undefeated Bulldogs. Their 4th regional semifinal in 5 years, and they've dominated all along the way behind senior running back Trenton Barraza, who's coming off his 4th 200-yard game of the season. Warriors say it's their mission today to stop the big play. But who says Grove can't get it done methodically, guys? The opening drive, 56 yards in 13 plays, including the 1-yard score by Barraza to make it 7-0. The next drive now, after a 4th down sack by the Bulldog defense, here's the big play they're talking about. Barraza finds a hole, and on the other side of it, 44 yards of green turf. Number 3 has him back in the red zone, and then from the 1-yard line, back in the end zone. 14-0 Dogs. Now, Mohawk looks to capitalize off a turnover, but instead, Luke Grock with the punch-out. Trevin Baxter falls on it, and Grove has a takeaway of their own. They go right back to feeding Barraza. Guys, watch this. What tackle can't that guy shed? Trenton Barraza, he knows he's eating good tonight, and he'll let you know, too. All 5 touchdowns and nearly 300 rush yards. He sets the school's career rushing record in a 35-15 win.
It's only a matter of time there. Now, the Bulldogs are now 1 win away from their 3rd consecutive Final Four. Of course, an all-local regional final in Region 26, Delphus and Grove, next Friday night.
Fight.
All right, let's try again, shall we, to Piqua High School? Yes, the St. Mary's Rough Riders against the 12-0 London Red Raiders. St. Mary's, of course, coming off that last-second field goal win against 1-seed Tippecanoe. Picking up action in the 3rd quarter. They're down 14-7. Dylan Fink delivers the blow that knocks the football loose here, and Parker Beam is there for the recovery. That gives St. Mary's back the ball. On the ensuing drive, a much-needed 3rd and short. Aiden Meinerding moves the chains as he connects with Jacob Kessler, who fights for the extra yardage. That'll be enough for the first down, but the drive would stall for the Rough Riders. And with 7 to go in the 4th quarter, Dominic Osborne will break loose for the big gain, but they didn't have enough tonight. Rough Riders season comes to an end. Final score 30-7. All right, let's go to Region 28, back to D7. Under the bright lights of Lima Spartan Stadium, 12-0 Marion local, 11-1 Ansonia. And sometimes, guys, you look at the teams and you know which way the game's going to go.
That's called Marion local.
Yes, opening kickoff. A squibber from Ansonia. Drew Louse scoops it up, goes opposite field, eventually finds the sidelines, and he is off to the races. 12 seconds into the game, and the Flyers are up 7-0. Now, after a quick 3-and-out, Marion local back with possession. Parker Hess goes off tackle, crosses the goal line, 14-0. Now, not just the offense and special teams doing work for Marion local, defense kept pace as well. Ansonia trying to get anything going. Betting sights here with the tackle for loss, not having it, so the Tigers will punt. And I think we all know why I'm showing a punt.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the referee there, Griffin Bruns fields it, uses his blockers, tiptoes these sidelines, and the Flyers showing just how well-rounded they are. 21-0 after the punt return for a touchdown. We're still in the 1st quarter. Of course, that was just the beginning. 2nd quarter, Ethan Heitkamp pulls a guy into the end zone, 48-0 at half. Flyers cruise 61-0, setting up a potential MAC rematch in the regional finals.
Yeah, that's right, Adam. As the other Region 28 matchup, a couple of 10-2 squads, well, they got very different stories. Minster has only lost to the teams that are ranked #1 in the state. College Prep's losses are already out of the playoffs. And the Wildcats in command early. 4 minutes in, quarterback Brogan Steffi pulls back the handoff, takes it himself. 7-0 Minster from 9 yards out. Later in the quarter, it looks like play action for Steffi, and the MAC Player of the Year can do it all, guys. Finding James Niemeyer deep on the fade for a touchdown. 15-zip with a 2-point conversion to end the 1st quarter. Mid-second now, back to the ground. It's Dominic Meyer for the 6-yard score. 22-point lead. Everyone is getting in on the scoring tonight as Steffi goes over the top. This time it's senior Dylan Heitkamp, already 28-0 in the 2nd quarter, and with just seconds left in the half, Wildcats happy to tack on even more. Niemeyer from underneath breaks away from the secondary and out of the frame here, but into the end zone, 34-0 at halftime. More MAC representation in Week 14. Minster wins 42-zip.
Got a lot of good football teams in West Central Ohio. So here we go, Region 28 final. Marion local, Minster, a rematch from Week 9. The best opponent the Flyers really had all season. That one was a 21-0 Marion local win. All right, it's time for our final break. Coming up, we finish strong with Division 6. Anna, Coldwater, Bluffton, Patrick Henry, highlights and scores straight ahead. Welcome back to Football Friday night for the final time. Let's turn our attention to Division 6. The Anna Rockets will start us off in a busy Region 24.
A tall task against an 11-1 Cincinnati Country Day team.
That's right, the Anna Rockets and the Cincinnati Country Day Nighthawks. We're at Monroe High School. That's Hornet Stadium. We go to the first quarter. The Rockets running it in from 8 yards out, a 7-0 lead just a few minutes in as they open up the game just how you drew it up, more or less. Here comes the defense on the Nighthawks' next drive. First, the pressure on the QB, then the pick six headed the other way, 14-0 Rockets. Already smelling liftoff in the second quarter, 21-7. Now it's Noah Ofterhar on the offensive side. Now catches the ball on the way to the flats. Now on the way to the end zone. The 15-yard score is 28-7. Midway through the second now, Zach Osborne takes his handoff up the gut, and he is headed 46 yards to pay dirt. Not too much competition for the MAC tonight. Nope. Anna dominates 56-14. Now Coldwater traveled south to Trotwood Madison High School for their regional semifinal matchup. A matchup with St. Bernard Elmwood Place, the Titans. And as expected, they took care of business down near Dayton, a 56-0 win. Fun fact, Elmwood Place had 23 passing yards, negative 23 rushing yards for an even 0 yards of offense. So here we go, another MAC rematch. Anna and Coldwater will meet in the Region 24 finals next Friday night.
How does that happen?
Beautiful.
The Bluffton Pirates are at Defiance High School tonight. They take on Ottawa Hills in a rematch from the same regional semifinal round from last season. Pirates come into this game averaging 28 points in the postseason. Second possession of the game for Bluffton. Landon Worcester finds an opening. The senior breaks away from the defense, and no one is stopping him.
Worcester is his name.
Worcester.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yep. No.
75 yards for the Pirates touchdown. Bluffton leads by 7. Worcester is showing that he's got speed, and I said it right this time, guys.
You said it right every time.
Adam needs to recount for his failures.
Hey, look, guys, another touchdown. Now it's 14-0 Bluffton.
There we go.
That's Worcester, man.
Yep, and third time's a charm, right?
Might as well.
Here we go again.
Feet in the hot
Worcester
hand.
with another touchdown. That's his third. That's his third of 4 first-half touchdowns. Bluffton wins 61-22, and they await the winner of this next game. Dylan, take it away.
Yeah, that's right. Hopewell-Loudon against Patrick Henry. The Chieftains may be undefeated, but last year, this same matchup, in the same Week 13, Patriots handed them their first and only loss, 26-14. Now, this game was 28-0 Pats at the half, but after Hopewell-Loudon returned to the opening kickoff, and then this interception, Patrick Henry's defense is on its heels. But just 2 snaps later, here we go. The Patriots bring the pressure and force the interception for Jaden Punches. The 4th pick by the Pat Henry secondary. He steps out near midfield, but the Patriots are rolling, guys. First snap, Lincoln Krager designed QB run, and he's got open room for a 35-yard pickup. The Pats on the doorstep of the red zone, but facing 4th and long. This time, it's the option pitch to Cal Schrader, who picks up the first. Patrick Henry just milking this clock, and they run away with it. They score 35 points on a Chieftain defense that allowed just 6 points per game prior. 35-7, down goes the undefeated 1 seed, guys.
All right, the Region 22 final is set. Another local against local. Bluffton and Patrick Henry will go at it next Friday night. And that will do it for Football Friday night. 9 of our local schools remain when it's all said and done. For Tony Quach and Dylan Tyson, we will see you next Friday night. Good night, and R.I.P. Rapid Fire Pizza.
Pour one out.
No. I'm gonna miss that pizza place.
It's great. It's great food.
It really is. It really is. I want pizza, guys.
Oh, man.